Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast, where we're not just pushing for opportunities for women's voices to be heard, we're creating them. I'm Christy Harst, voiceover actor and creator of the Building Doors campaign. Join us as we amplify voices, break barriers, and build doors together. Welcome to the Building Doors Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Harst, and today's guest proves that brilliance has no age limit. At just 11 years old, folks, 11. DJ Lily Jade has already made her mark as a DJ, as an author, as a radio host, and community champion. Did I mention she's 11? She isn't just stepping into rooms where she isn't supposed to be. She's lighting them up with some joy, skill, and confidence. And she's been recognized as a Forbes 30 under 30 honoree, as an extraordinary young woman. God, can you believe it, folks? 30 under 30 Forbes, and she's 11. What you doing? Get off the couch. Lily has turned her passions into platforms, performing at major events like the NBA All-Star Weekend and the NFL Draft and the Democratic National Convention, publishing her own book and connecting with her community through ambassador roles and her radio show. Behind all the sparkle and spotlight is a purpose far bigger than her years. Using her gifts to uplift others and show the power of a bold, young voice. And that's why she's here today on the Building Doors Podcast. Lily Jade embodies the heart of this movement. When one girl steps forward bravely, she doesn't just open doors, she builds entirely new ones. Today, we celebrate her talent, her tenacity, and vision for a future where girls like her don't just have a seat at the table, they spin the soundtrack, own the music, and redefine what's possible. Let's welcome the incredible 11-year-old DJ Lily Jade. Yay! Welcome.
Thanks for having me here today.
I am so happy I'm so happy that you're here. I am very excited. In fact, I had a couple Zoom meetings today, and I said, I'm so excited for this call that I have with this 11-year-old girl. She is amazing. You'd never know she was 11 years old. She's done so much. And if you ever need inspiration, go to her Instagram channel. So with that, what is your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is THE Lily LILY Jade JADE show SHOW.
And then what's your website so people can go check out your website?
So my website is the same thing, thelilyjadeshow.com.
Okay, thelilyjadeshow.com. Better go on over and look. So let's talk about being a DJ. When did you first start and why? Why did you want to be a DJ?
So I first started DJing back in 2020, when we were all stuck in the house and we couldn't go outside. And I was about 5 years old. And my dad was doing mixes in the basement. And one day I went down there and I said to my dad, your music's trash. So right after I told him that his music was trash, he's like, oh, well, can you do any better? And I said, of course I can do better. I'm me. Because I was a bold I was very, very bold when I was that age. So I'm like, of course I can do it. I'm me. So then he showed me how to use all the equipment. And ever since then, it's been like the butterfly effect, almost, like the domino effect. Because I do one thing, which led to another, which led to another.
And I remember I spoke to you, I think it was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I learned that you have a coach, a DJ coach that you meet with. Do you still meet with him?
No, not anymore. But we still keep in touch.
Tell me what it was like when you did train with him, because I think that people need to understand that the importance of having a coach in your life, right?
My coach, with the training I got, it's like I knew all the basics already, but with him, he was showing me some more advanced stuff to add more to my skill. So instead of me just like doing your normal scratching and then your blending, he was showing me how to mix and match the music, how to take some vocals out, how to take some music out. And he was teaching me all these new stuff for the next level of what I had been doing already.
So what is your favorite genre of music to mix?
My favorite genre of music to probably mix is pop music or R&B.
Okay, name some songs.
Some of my favorite songs to listen to or to mix together.
So what are your go-to mixes? Like if you're at an event and you love pop music, you love like, what are your go-to?
Oh, so my go-to is something that's upbeat to get the party going. I'll like ease into some stuff, like start off soft and then go real hard towards the end. So, and it also depends on what kind of event it is too.
Yeah, you gotta feel the vibe. You gotta feel the vibe of the event.
Yeah, you gotta feel the vibe, gotta figure it out.
Yeah. What's the first song you ever mixed? Do you remember?
I remember it was a Kids Bop song. I just don't remember exactly what it was.
My kids loved Kids Bop songs. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if there's are they still out? Do they do still do stuff?
Yeah, they're still out. I even had the opportunity to do something for them down in Canton.
Really?
Yeah, it was they were having a show and they needed someone to like before the show started a couple hours play music while people were still coming in. So I got that opportunity to do it. And I even got to meet them.
That you had to meet the Kids Bop kids? That's awesome.
Yeah.
How fun is that? Okay, so we talked about how you got to be the DJ. We talked about your favorite types. Let's talk about how you prepare. So you get the call, DJ Lily Jade. We want you to come be a DJ for the NBA draft. How do you prepare for that?
How I prepare for that is first of all, like you said, it's the NBA draft. So I would find music, and also I would have to figure out the time span too, so that way I could keep so that way I don't miss any songs that could get the party going. So for the NBA draft, I would find those songs that would fit for an event like that. And once I find those, I make into the duration of the time that I'm there, so that way I can still get the party going without have like not being able to play any songs.
That's a good formula. Very good formula. And have you ever run into a snag? Like, was there any time in all your events where something came up, a challenge, and how did you address it? How did you overcome it?
So it happened one time where my equipment, like the whole left side of my equipment, just stopped working. Like I couldn't mix it, I couldn't scratch on it. I could play music on it, but I couldn't scratch. You know when I couldn't scratch on that side. So I had figured out another way for me to use both my sides, but without having to scratch on that side. So ever since that, I've been making sure I know exactly how to do it.
Yeah, that's tough because you're in the moment, right? You're at an event and your equipment goes down. What do? You have to adapt, right? Because you're right there. That's quick thinking. I want to transition and talk to you about your book. You've written a book. I want you to tell us all about it and what inspired you to write it.
So my book From the Booth, it's about how music brings people together. And when I say music brings people together, let's say there's one person on the other side of the corner and another person on that side of the corner. I play one song that both of them enjoy. They're coming into the middle to dance, and then they'll sort of like bump into each other while they're dancing, or like two different generations. But when you play that one song, that brings them together.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Even today, there are songs that came out and were super popular in the late 80s, early 90s, and my kids are just discovering them, and my kids are 11 and 12. And they love them, right? They play them, they sing along with them, and you're right, music does bring all kinds of people from all different walks of life together. And if somebody wanted, tell us the title of the book, tell us where someone can buy it.
My book is called From the Booth, and you can find it on Amazon or you can find it on my website, thelilyjadeshow.com.
And if you could write another book, what would your book be? What would the second book be?
Right now, I'm working on a book that it's about my little sister Lena and my dog, and they're having so they have these superpowers, and now they're trying to save the city, but they hadn't told anybody about these powers yet. And the dog and our dog can talk, and they're fighting crime together with Lena to keep them from destroying my shows. So, and to keep the villains from destroying my shows. And while we're creating that, it's a little saying that my sister can literally be anything that she wants if she just puts her mind to it.
So I have a question. We've talked about a little bit about your DJing. We've talked about your book. Little girl, you are 11 years old. When do you do all of this?
Just whenever I don't have school.
So you go to school from like 8 to 3 or whatever, you get out and you just work on the book, your second book when you want to, and then what about the DJing events? Like, how do you manage those?
It just all goes together. I find time to manage it. And also, I have a TV show on Channel 3 called More Childhood Please.
What? Hold on. Time out. Time out. So, for those people listening in other countries or from other states in the United States, we are located in Ohio, and Channel 3 is an NBC affiliate here in the Cleveland area. Hold up. You have a TV show. Tell us everything.
So it's called Akron Children's More Childhood Please. And it's about how, it's about family. Y'all are learning stuff. We have doctors who come on the show who explain how things happen and explain how to manage through situations. First episode was about screen time. Second episode was about emotions. Third episode was about being in the outdoors. And currently we are currently working on it now for our next episode. And it's just so much fun. Me and my co-host Reese, we love it so much and we enjoy it so much. It's like I'm living a dream, literally.
You are, Lily. You're living a dream that I think most adults would love to do because you're doing something that you're passionate about. You're having tons of fun and you get to do really cool things. And I'm sure that you get paid, right?
hmm
Yes. Okay. So that money that you're earning, are you saving it for something special? Are you saving it for something big that you want to buy? Are you saving it for whatever? What are you saving it for?
I use the money for the sock drive that I do every year. So I'll take some of that out and I'll help because as some people know, I do a sock drive every year for those who are in need, and I collect donations and I purchase socks and I like and with sometimes when I receive the money, I'll take it and go purchase some socks that I can put into the bin so that way I could add more to my collection.
So the sock, SOCK sock drive. And when is your annual sock drive?
So my sock drive, it normally kicks off about like the November to in Cleveland it stays cold for a while, so till like March, not even. So it really depends on when it will start getting like how it gets real cold down here. It really depends on when it starts getting like super cold. And as some people know, socks are like the most wanted things in shelters. And since that is, I thought, it's going to be real cold this winter. And with this, I bring the socks down and I give it to them and I give them warmth so that way they're not as cold.
Yes. And so your sock drive, do you promote that on your Instagram page and as well on your website? So if people wanted to go, give you $5, $10 or wanted to donate something, they can go find out that information on those on Instagram and your website?
Yeah, Instagram, my website. I'm literally on all social media platforms at The Lily Jade Show. And where you can find most of my information is The Lily Jade Show because it will show if you want to drop a donation and exactly how long it will be running.
Excellent. Look at you. So now you've got this TV show. You're a DJ, DJing major events. You're Forbes 30 under 30 honoree, and you're 11 years old. So you're in fifth grade or sixth grade?
6.
Sixth. Okay. Let me ask you this. Do the kids at school know what you do?
Oh, yes. And this is only because, so our school separates pre-K through third, then fourth through sixth. So at the pre-K through third school, my principal, when we would have events, she would call me up, and then I would DJ for the school. And since I did that, that's how the kids found out. And as I progressed to this, because we have 3 elementary schools, and once we all get to that middle school, that's when they started calling me because we do a Father's Day walk, and I've DJed that every single year now, And because of that, a lot of the kids know that I do what I do.
That is amazing. And do the kids love it? Do the kids like it? Do they support you in everything that you're doing?
Yeah, and like we'll be in class, and then they'll start getting my monthly listeners up on Spotify. They'll start playing my music and listening to it.
So I was talking to your dad via Instagram today, kind of going back and forth. And one of the things that I noticed is that on your show, on your radio show, you have interviewed some pretty famous people. And even outside your radio show, like when you're at events, you've interviewed some pretty famous and amazing people. And so let's just start listing some of them. We've got Bill Bellamy, we've got Dawn Staley, Caitlin Clark, Kevin Love, and Denzel Ward. Now, I just mentioned a few, but what has been your most favoriteest moment so far and in interviewing them?
It's gonna have to be my Dawn Staley interview.
Okay, tell us all about it.
When the Final Four came to Cleveland, and I just got out of the press room and I just got to interview Caitlin Clark. And I raised my hand so I could interview Dawn Staley, but then it was last question for the person right before me. So the person right before me got the last question. So I'm like, I was kind of bummed because I wanted to interview her, asking like, how does it feel to win? How does it feel to win the championship? And then I'm on the court to take some pictures with some of the people that we know that work with the news anchors that were coming down to the arena to get like on court and all this stuff. And you know who I saw on the court doing interviews? Dawn Staley. And like I saw all these professional cameramen. They were all there with their big cameras, and there was me and my dad and my mom. But the thing is, we had already packed our stuff up. And because we had already packed our stuff up, and when we saw her, my dad was rushing to find the mics while I ran over there, and I jumped in front of one of the interviewers, and I'm like, "Excuse me, can I get an interview?" And then she's like, "Oh yeah, come on, where's your camera crew at? Where's your camera crew at?" So then my dad, he rushed over, and then that's how I got my interview with Dawn Staley. So that was a very memorable moment for me.
Oh my goodness. And what has been that's a great story too, and a great story about tenacity and never giving up. What has been the most memorable thing that somebody told you in an interview? Like what's something, maybe it's a quote or maybe it's an idea that stuck with you like, wow, I'm going to remember that.
I've done a lot of interviews in my time. I'm only in my span, and I'm only 11.
I know, girl, I know.
Like I'm usually the one who gets people stumped. It's not usually me who gets stumped. So I'm gonna give it to you. That's a first.
I shouldn't be celebrating that I stumped an 11-year-old, but you can think about it, and if it pops up somewhere along our conversation, you can bring it back up. Let me ask you this. Who haven't you interviewed that you really want to interview?
I've done a lot of stars and a lot of people who are in the entertainment business. I really, really, really want to, like, the street interviewers that somehow find the celebrities out there and get an interview with them? I want to do that. I want to just see them walking on the street and to be able to interview someone. I really want to interview someone like Ariana Grande. I really want to interview Beyonce. Like, not even, like, Beyonce is a big part of my house. And with that, like, I really want to interview Beyonce. And I really want to interview her kid, Blue Ivy, because, like, I want to see how it is being Beyonce's child. Because it seems like she has lots of fun when she gets to dance with, she gets to dance with all of Beyonce's backstage dances. So I want to ask her how that feels. Oh my gosh, I have a long list, but I don't want to take up all our time. So I'm gonna get back to you with that.
And I saw on your Instagram, didn't you and your mom dress up and recreate a Beyonce picture?
Oh yes, me and my mom, we were different Beyonce music videos. I was the Feeling Myself. I forget which exactly my mom was. I'm gonna have to follow up on her with that. But yeah, I was. I was how Beyonce looked in Feeling Myself. So that was lots of fun.
Okay, so I want to ask you something, and I know this may be a little hard, but have you ever noticed a time you've been at these events, these huge major events, whether you've been DJing or interviewing someone, or maybe you're in um, the NBA or NFL draft, and there weren't a lot of girls around? Like maybe it was in music or sports or other spaces. Have you ever noticed a lack of a lot of females in anywhere that you've been, and how did that make you feel?
Honestly, no, I have not. Based off like all the events that I've been to, I've always seen gender equality. So it's not like I've ever been to an event. I've actually seen more females than I've actually seen males. So
I love it. I absolutely love it. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What do you wish more people knew about young girls like yourself who have dreams, who want to do amazing, big things? What do you wish more people knew about girls like you?
support them. And when I mean support them, you gotta have the right amount of support for you to be like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And I need like, I know it seems like I get this a lot myself. I'll be at a DJ gig and they'll be like, "Are you really doing that?" And I'll be like, "Yes," and I'll show them. And it's like I need them not to doubt girls like me, my age, that are doing big stuff like this. I need them not to doubt us and not to be like, "I don't think she's really doing that." So I need them to be like, I need them to support, no doubt.
Yes, that is such a good point to make. Because if people are looking at you saying, "Oh, she's not really doing that," that's not support, right? That's not support at all. Okay, so another question for you. Uh, what would you tell another girl your age who wants to go out and do something to follow her passions? What would you say to her?
First of all, find your start. Like find exactly what you're passionate about. Find what you really want to do. And once you find what you really want to do, you find that support. You find someone that's gonna like throughout the whole journey that's gonna be always with you. It's gonna help you through hard times. And once you get there, start putting yourself out there. Start showing people what you do. Instead of hoping people will maybe find you, you gotta go find the people. So,
Lily Jade, you have no idea the stuff that you just dropped, the gems you just dropped, and you're 11 years old. And there are adults that need to hear what you just said, young lady. So if you weren't a DJ, what would you do?
I would be an actress. I would do a lot with acting. I do a lot of acting now, but I would do way more than what I do right now. So because last spring I had got the lead in Susical, and the spring for that I was in The Wizard of Oz. So if I wasn't DJing, I would be acting
That's awesome. Is that something you want to do?
on the side with my DJing and my radio. I love acting with a passion, and it's like not like when I'm not DJing, that's like my favorite thing to do.
Oh, excellent. And do you think that you see yourself going to like the Cleveland School of Arts or majoring in something like that? Do you think you would do that?
Now, listen, I can major in it when I get to like college or something. I can't leave my school district because my school district, I love my school district. It's always been my school district. Even in preschool, a lot of people didn't go to the district I was in for preschool. I gotta stay there until like I reach high school. I cannot leave my district.
Oh, Lily Jade.
As much as I would love to go to the Cleveland School of Arts, I can't.
Oh, Lily Jade, you're so cute. What is your favorite way to relax or have fun when you're not performing? So not acting, right? Not that, something totally different.
I like to play with my sister a lot. I like to make up games. Like you said, you have kids yourself. I don't know if they've seen the show Bluey, and me and Lena, we'll like me and Lena will love to watch Bluey and then make up our own games out of the games that they play in the show. Or me and my sister, we love singing and dancing, and I've been recently teaching myself how to play the piano. And since I've been teaching myself how to play the piano, I'll learn songs on the piano while Lena will sing and dance to it. And that's how I relax.
That's so nice. I have 2 more questions for you. Do you have a role model? And if so, who are they and what have you learned from them?
So my role model, it probably has to be my aunt Eunice Elliott, and she's my role model because she's a comedian right now, and she's going to do all these shows, and it's like she's been to so many places, and she's done a lot with acting too, and with that she's just been a really big role model to me and showing me like girls can do anything.
Yes, Lily Jade. Yes. That is awesome. Go Auntie Uni. Yes. Okay, so last question is this. But first, before I say that, I want to say this to you, and I want it on record that I said it. When you become uber, big time famous, I want you to remember the little people. Yes, remember the little people. Because your star is so bright. Your star is so bright, and it's already soaring. So now you just got to make a couple trips around the universe, which I'm sure you're already halfway there, and spreading your shine everywhere. I am just always so impressed with you when I speak with you. I love following you on Instagram and seeing all the great things you're doing. And I have to say, the sky is truly the limit with you. And I can't wait to see how you grow up and become a young woman. So with that, I have one more question, which is this. And I end my podcast the same way with every guest, as asking this question. What does your door to success look like? When you approach it, describe it. Is it brown? Is it gold? Is it sparkly? Is it this? Is it that? And then when you open your door, what is inside? Who is there? How do you feel? What is the overarching theme in Lily Jade's door to success?
My door, it will probably be about Jade Green because my middle name is Jade, and it'll probably be Jade Green with a bunch of sparkles on it because I love going out. And then it'll have a bunch of music notes, and it'll have a bunch of headphones, and it will have I would love for it to have my logo on it. And with my logo on it, then when I open the door, in there it's gonna be me somewhere big doing something like amazing, somewhere someone my age will be dreaming about right now. Just the biggest dream ever someone has probably had. And there is all the people who have supported me ever since I first started and has been supporting me throughout the way.
What a beautiful door you just described. Well, thank you again, Miss DJ Lily Jade, for joining the Building Doors podcast. If you want to learn more about DJ Lily Jade, you can go to her Instagram page and her website, which will be linked below in the description. If you like the Building Doors podcast and you like what you hear and see, feel free to show us some love by going to buymeacoffee.com/buildingdoorsvo and buy me a latte. I like oat milk lattes, super frothy. Thank you for joining us on the Building Doors podcast. And until next time, let's build some doors together. Thanks for listening to the Building Doors podcast. Want to hear more? Check out all our episodes at buildingdoorsvo.com/podcast and follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn at Building Doors VO. We'd love to hear from you, so call us on our 24/7 hotline at 216-307-1917 and leave us a voicemail with your thoughts. Do you want to support the podcast? Well, we love coffee. Buy us a cup through the link in the description or at buildingdoorsvo.com. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep speaking up, and let's keep building doors together.